Good morning, everybody. It is Rollie. And so if you are catching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you are on. I love to be able to know who's been catching me. So this is great. So if you are on if you follow Rollie Holistic Life and Wellness Coach page, you saw my hair this morning. And so I shared a picture of me still lying in bed after having had an amazing sleep. That doesn't always happen, that I have that amazing of a sleep. And it was only that amazing simply because I didn't sleep the night before. I really struggled with sleep that night. Hello, Fasten. So I am coming to you guys to pull our weekly card pulls. And so I am on a number of different pages. So I am on my own personal page, as well as Rollie Holistic Life and Wellness Coach, as well as Divine Crystal Healing Shop page, as well as Virgin the Gap Wellness Center. And then I'm also, good morning, Kelly. And then I'm also inside Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection Facebook group. So I am going to be pulling our weekly cards. So I'm going to share our group cards here on absolutely. I'm going to pull all of our cards on all of the for everybody who wants cards. Will have to be inside the Facebook group, and I will disappear from different pages. Good morning, Sabrina. And so if you're inside the Facebook group, that's where you will be able to catch me. And so absolutely, Rubies. Okay, Brittany. So the personal readings will be done, personal cards will be done inside the Facebook group. But if you are catching me on the pages, it will only be Francine. Absolutely. I think I already added you. Yep. So Francine just commented hashtag weekly. And so anybody who wants to be on the weekly readings are able to do that as well. And so I've cleaned up my list. So it is a fresh list. So if you've been on the list before, you need to hashtag weekly for you to be added to the list. Kelly, you are on the list already. And somebody's saying weekly, please. So if you're inside the group, so this person's inside the Facebook group, if you're inside the Facebook group, you need to give StreamYard permission. Otherwise, I don't know who it is, but I would definitely love to add you to the weekly list. I can go back and check later. However, but I won't know who's commenting as I'm going through this. So today I decided to go through and use the Power of Surrender cards. And I'm not sure when I used these ones last, but I try to use them once a month if I can. But the reason why I decided to pull from this card specifically, from this deck specifically, is because I was... Lori B, I did add it, but I'll try again. Okay, thanks, Lori. You must have lapsed out or something because I've been able to see you before. So Lori, you are on the weekly list as well. And so, but I decided to use these cards specifically this week because of the conversation that I was having with somebody. I'm not sure if you're on the right page right now, Sharon, because I am on several places, so I can see all the messages from everybody. If you are on the right page, then Francine will have been able to see your message. So Francine, because I know for sure, Francine and Lori actually are both inside the Facebook group. So I know for sure that one of them will have been able to see your message. But what will happen is after I've pulled the three group cards is that I'm going to start to disappear. So if I disappear, come and join me inside the Facebook group. I know that you are already inside the Facebook group. And if you don't know which Facebook group, if you go into the description, you don't see their messages, then you're definitely not inside the Facebook group. You are on one of the pages and I don't know which one. But if you are inside the Facebook group, then you're not going to have the message that says join us inside the Facebook group because you're already there. But all the rest of the places shows that how to be able to get to the group. Good morning, Mary. So I'm going to start with our first three with our group. You're going to search for me. Okay. So it's Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection is the Facebook group, Sharon. So the first 3 cards that I'm going to pull are going to be our weekly group cards. And so, I was actually saying, I got distracted by Sharon. I was talking about the reason why I'm using this deck specifically is because when I was talking with somebody yesterday, hey Sharon, awesome. So I was talking with somebody yesterday, and we were talking about how difficult it is for us to be able to let go and let God, or whatever statement it is that you want to be able to make, right? So, but it's let go and let your higher power let go, and whatever divinity connection that you have, because we get so stuck in our heads sometimes that we forget that we don't have control over all the things that we want to be able to have happen. So we obviously need to make choices so that we can actually stay on a specific path, or that we can choose which direction that we want to be able to go in. And but it is definitely important for us to be able to go through and find it. So, and being able to let it go and releasing it, because we don't have control over everything. And so I decided that the Power of Surrender cards, and so the author is Judith Orloff. And so the Power of Surrender cards really reminds you of what is it that you need to be able to let go of, and what do you need to be able to go through. And so I'm assuming it's Lori that's asking for the StreamYard link. So if you do StreamYard, all one word, .com/Facebook, then it will give you, I can't type it in until I'm actually inside the Facebook group, because Facebook won't let me message or put any links or anything from this from while I'm live. So so it's StreamYard StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then it'll give you that permission. And then apparently it lapses as well. So our first group card is Surrender Worry. So make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit will guide you always. So that is our first group card. And our next group card. So I decided to do this differently starting, and I started it last week for 2022, is being able to, because I was doing it live on my page the entire time, and then we end up getting spammy people that are coming on and then inboxing spamming people. So I decided that we started doing it inside the Facebook group, but then what happened is that a lot of people struggle with being able to find the Facebook group. And so I thought that if I actually do the group cards here, and then go and do the, and then continue on to do the, everybody's individual cards inside the group, then at least people can still get the group messages. So that was the reason why I've switched it up. And so I'm doing the 3 group cards, which is, I don't care if people spam me that way. I don't really care. But this way here, it just keeps people from that say me please, not having to have that that happening. So Surrender to Your Soul's Path is our next one. So the first one is Surrender Worry. This one here is Surrender to Our Soul's Path. So your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. And so what I'm loving about these 2 cards that have come up so far, and the reason why I'm smiling, is because it really ties into the conversation that I was having yesterday, specifically about that release and control. We do not have control over all the things, and releasing and surrendering. And so I just think that it's pretty incredible. So so if you're watching, the person who I was talking to yesterday, here's some more ahas to our conversation yesterday. And there's my kitty. I can hear her meowing. Surrender stubbornness. Ooh, this one hits me right in the pit of the stomach. Stubbornness. That's definitely me through and through. If you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So we've got Surrender Worry, Surrender Your Paths to Your Soul's Path, and Surrender Stubbornness. And so those are our group cards. And so I will be back next week to be able to do our weekly card pulls again. And hopefully I am as vibrant as I am today. I'm like feeling lots of energy. Yesterday was not so energetic. Yesterday was like just kind of going with the flow is all that I can manage yesterday until dinner time. And then, yep, stubborn is what I is. I get it, Lori. Absolutely 100%. So I'm going to head off now and join the others inside the Facebook group. So again, if you want to be able to join the Facebook group, it is Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection. And there are 3 questions that you need to answer in order to be able to get in and into the Facebook group. And again, it's to help with making sure that we don't have it's just to help make sure that we have good commitment. The other thing that I wanted to be able to share is that I have started on Telegram. And so again, I have another group, it's called the same thing. So Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection. And inside that Facebook group, I have, or not Facebook group, inside that Telegram group, I started this morning with sharing a positive statement. And I'm going to be sharing a positive statement almost every day. And the reason why I say almost is because sometimes life happens, but the goal is to be able to have one go in there every day. And I haven't yet figured out how to be able to schedule it. So I don't know that that's even a possibility in Telegram, because otherwise then it could be there every day. But it is in there. So I am going to head off. And so I'm going to start off with saying goodbye to anybody who is catching me on my personal page. So bye-bye. I will chat with you guys. If I happen to disappear, it's because you're not in the group. So I will chat with you guys later. Save changes. Okay, so now I'm going to say goodbye to Rollie Lair, Holistic Life and Wellness Coach. So I will chat up with you guys later. Have a fabulous day. And next is Divine Crystal Healing Shop page. And so I will connect with all of you guys later. For anybody who's on the Divine Crystal Healing Shop page, I have not been posting on any products or service or any products that we have inside the shop. We are closed to walk-ins until the end of January. So starting in February, we will be reopened again on Saturdays from 10 till 4 for walk-ins. But you can still make appointments to be able to come in and shop throughout the week, the rest of the time, around my the rest of my schedule. So I'm not sure how that's going to happen or what's going to go, but that's kind of where things are at with the Divine Crystal Healing Shop page. So I just wanted to share that before I head off. And so goodbye to anybody who's on Divine Crystal Healing Shop. And last but not least is Bridging the Gap Wellness Center. And so I will chat up with all of you guys later. Bye for now. Talk to you guys soon. Okay, so everybody who's still on here is either on YouTube or is inside the Facebook group. And so if you want to be added weekly, and I think that I caught everybody's names weekly, is #weekly, and put it all in one word. So the #weekly, because then when I search up before I come on live, I #weekly. I search #weekly so that I can actually find the information so that I have everybody's names. So right now they're not posted yet on my wall because I added a few more people. So who I have on my weekly list is Marianne, Cindy, Sabrina, hey Angie, Tracy, Marilyn, Tracy Faulkner, because there's several different Tracys that are on, Marilyn, Louise, Kelly, Kim, Diane Linden, because there's more than one Diane, Mary, Melissa, Christine, Lori, so Lori Blair, because again, we have more than one Lori, Angie, and Francine are on the weekly list right now. So I'm pulling a card for Brittany and Ruby, who have asked for a card. So I'm pulling their names as cards for them as well for this week. But if you want to be on the weekly list, hashtag weekly. If you were on the weekly list before, that list is gone. So I don't even have that list anymore. I don't even remember. Well, I do remember some people that are on it. But if you want to be added to the weekly list, then hashtag weekly, and I will add you to the new list. I just wanted to clean things up for 2022. And depending on, and one of the reasons why is that because I don't know who it is that I'm still pulling cards for that are still coming, because sometimes people's interests change. So probably in the spring I will change it up again and request it. But for now until I request it again, the other place that you can put it is there's a static post, and you can actually put it in the static post inside the Facebook group as well. So, hey Angie. Okay, so I'm going to start with Ruby's card first. So surrender to play. So Ruby, your message is take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So that is your message. So Brittany, Miss Britt, you're next. And so Britt, ooh, surrender resentments. That one's tough. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So that is a tough one, 100% tough. So next I'm going to go with Francine, my group secretary. Francine's always letting me know when I can't see who's commenting. She usually makes it in the group. So a hint for, and I'll try and do this. I'll do it for sure today. But I will try to make sure that I put it in so that you can get notifications and check to see if you're inside the Facebook group, and it'll show, if you're not sure, one of the indicators that it'll show that you are inside a group is that it's actually going to show a little box instead of being a circle, which will be that it's on one of the public pages, is it'll actually show, I think it's just right underneath the post name or whatever, is that it'll be a little box with little bonhommes in it. And so the little bonhommes means that you're actually inside a group. So that means that it's not viewed publicly. So that's another way of being able to see it. So I noticed that this week when I was actually commenting on somebody else's business post, is that they had a difference between when they were actually doing something in group, is that the privacy settings were set to group. So it had like several different people. So then that means that it is restricted to whoever it is that is allowed to see it based on where it's being shared. So that's a hint to see if that helps you. So if you're actually looking at the live, it should show right now that there's, because you guys are all inside the group, that there's little bonhommes, and the little bonhommes means that you're inside the group. Because right now there's only 3 of you, and we were up to 7 different people. So I know that there were people that were on that have disappeared. So Angie is next. Francine, did I pull your card? No, I don't think I pulled your card, but this one's Angie's now. Surrender to setting limits. So Angie, your message is, it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. So apparently you weren't supposed to get your message then. So that one there is Angie's, because I did say I was going to pull your card, and then I started talking about the group and how helpful that you are. And then went, okay, let's move on to the next person. And so your message was reverted. So apparently you weren't supposed to get the message at that time. But you also got a jumper. So that means that you have 2. So surrender to spirit. So once you've done everything that you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So really about being able to just release. And then the next one is surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And so abundance doesn't always mean financial. So abundance can be family, it can be connection, it can be being able to achieve whatever it is that you have going on. And I forgot to bring in some water, and I'm getting thirsty. So I may have to go grab some water. So Lori is next. You'll go help. Oh, I thought Sharon found us. Didn't she say she found us? Apparently not. I thought I saw that. I'm just going to go through. Yeah, found you. So she must have found me on another page. So, okay, thanks, Weston. So, Lori is next. How was your first week, Laura? Hopefully it was good. As good as it can be. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered. Staying centered will help you resolve the issue more quickly. So I'm not sure if that is in reference to having to do the online schooling, Lori, but that's definitely where my first thought went to. So is all the chaos and the difficulties and the challenges that comes with being virtual. So Christine is next. Hey, Sharon, you did find me this time. So I can see you now. But I did see you earlier where you said, hey, found you. So that must have been on another page. So I know that gets confusing, but at the same time, I wanted to be able to still have the ability of being able to share the group cards with people publicly. So that's the reason why I've kind of changed it up. So that makes things a little bit more difficult. So what I was telling everybody before you came on, Sharon, is that if you look right now where it has the description of what's going on, you should be able to see little box that has little people. At least I think that you can when it's showing the live part. I know that with a post, it shows like little bonums in the box. And that means that it's not being shared publicly. So you were on the weekly card pull, Sharon, but you're not anymore. So if you want to be added to the weekly list, then just let me know and I will definitely add you back to the weekly list. So Christine, you have 3 cards. So surrender, procrastination. So now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So that is your first one. Surrender to your intuition. And I know that you've got something similar to this before. So tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And tonight we're doing angel messages and we're doing them virtually. So, okay, I will add you to the list, Sharon. And so I'm just writing that. But it's going to be, I lost my train of thought because I wanted to add Sharon. And apparently I can't write Sharon's name and say that at the same time. So, but we were talking about surrendering to your intuition. So we're doing angel messages tonight and we're doing them virtually. And so if somebody wants to be able to join angel messages, just let me know and I can still get you guys registered because we have more ability in numbers of being able to add people virtually. But you typically get some really good. No, you didn't confuse me. Apparently, my brain can't do 2 things at once. That's all that means. Surrender to trust is your third message. So trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So those are your messages, Chris. So I personally prefer to have one semaine Angie. I personally prefer to do angel messages in person. The experience is completely different than it is when we do virtual. So when we do virtual, it's the messages only come through me while you guys are doing the meditation. And whereas when we do it in person, then the furnace is on. When we do it in person, is that you actually get to use your intuition and your connection to receive the angel messages, and I prefer that much better. So I turned up the heat before I came in, and it's still running, so it's obviously still trying to catch up. And so now it's getting warm, and then it turns off, and then I get cool again. And then I get warm, and then I turn it off. So, which is why most of the time I have it on. Francine, it's at 7 o'clock, and it's 2260 for to be able to join in. And so, but I can just manually register you if you would like. Okay, so next person is Melissa. Surrender to setting limits. Of course, I take my sweater off and it just kicked off. Surrenders to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Bienvenue, Francine. So just let me know. And Mary is next. So I was supposed to jump on to do moon talks yesterday, moon chats, and I fell asleep after supper and didn't wake up until like 8:45. So we didn't do moon chats yesterday, so I have to reschedule that one. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support in others rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. My body obviously finally needed sleep. I could not get comfortable yesterday or the day before at all to fall asleep, and I don't know why. I had fallen asleep. I woke up around 12:30, and then after that, there was like, other than 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, yeah, I was definitely really tired. Definitely really tired. It is definitely why I didn't wake up. And so our moon chats were supposed to happen at 8:30 last night, and I woke up at 8 o'clock last night, and then I woke up at 8:45, and then it was at that point it was like, yep, I'm a little bit late. So Diane Linden, your message is surrender the drama. You're welcome, Mary, and I'm glad that it really resonates with you. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. The next one is surrender to the wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense that awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Those are your messages. So, Kim Mcdonald, your message for this week is, so what do you need to surrender? Surrender to prayer. And so give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. The cards are very colorful and they are very beautiful. Even surrender to your path. Like, look at that. The images are just absolutely radiant. So Kelly is next. Kelly, did I end up losing you? I think I ended up losing you. So Kelly, your message is surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Defensiveness, a lot of us go into that mode. So that was Kelly's message. And Louise, surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your needs for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So that is your message. So what I'm going to do for today is take a minute and tag everybody who has a weekly card and on the post, so that way there you guys will be able to see what does it look like and be able to have that that connection. So if you're catching the replay and your name didn't get tagged, but you wanted to be on the weekly list, then hashtag weekly. So that way I can get your name added to the weekly list. But I'm not going to tag everybody every week, but it'll just be so that you know what it is to look for when I do post it. So I'm going to try and post it early enough in the week. And the reason why I don't post it too early is because in the week, and I used to do it every Sunday. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go back and do it every Sunday. So I will actually create it. So when I create it, so after this call, then I will create it for next week and then go inside the group and then find it and then ask for the reminder, and then you'll get the reminder and then you'll be in the right spot. So I will commit to doing it after every call. So as soon as I'm done here, then I will go ahead and get it scheduled for next week. And then that way there, it'll be the only way that I can't do that is if something happens that I know ahead of time that I'm not going to be able to be on until later on in the day, because Facebook only allows me to do it once a week. So it has to be within 7 days to the hour. So if it's, if I say, well, I'm not gonna be able to jump back on until 4:00 on next Sunday, for example, then it won't let me do that until 4:00 on the Sunday. Or I can do it like on the Monday or whatever, but I will do it. So I will commit to doing it at the end of every day. Then at least then people like Sharon are not trying to figure out where I am, or people like Kelly are not trying to figure out like, where'd she go? I was there. And then have you disappeared. So Louise, you are next. Surrender to awe, wonder, and awe. Yeah, because you do a, you put a notification inside the Facebook group for us in. So it said whenever Rollie goes live, then that's one of the things that happens. But if somebody did that with my business pages as well, then they'll get that notification that way too. So, but you always seem to jump in the group. So you have your settings inside the group set up differently than everyone else. Surrender to wonder and awe. So open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So that is, you did. So that is your message, Louise. So Marilyn is next. Surrender to passion. So get out of your head and get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So that is your message there, Marilyn. And Miss Trey, hoping to be able to see you soon. So Miss Trey, surrender to the drama. So you got this one as well. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help you resolve the issue more quickly. A lot of people are not so great with electronics, Sharon. And then the rules change every time that we turn around. So one of the things that I'm doing is to make things a little easier. I know that initially it's not easier. For people that are following me is that I'm only going to have this Facebook group, and any of my paid programs groups are actually going to be done through Telegram. And so the other thing that I'm doing is client conversations I'm not having at certain times of the day. And so I'm going to be doing that through Telegram instead of Messenger, because Messenger, I'm only going to open it up certain times of the day. So that was one of my other New Year's resolutions, or my New Year's plans is to be able to try and have things shifted a little bit so that I can streamline things a little easier for me. So that whether I can shut down Facebook and not have to worry about it at certain times of the day, and then go back in, and because I get lost into Facebook, or if I am just scrolling through Facebook because I'm just doing my own stuff, like my own me time stuff, then I don't have to worry about answering messenger messages. And then because I'm going to be taking them off my phone, I'm taking Messenger off my phone. And so it'll only be at certain times when I'm on. So bye, Francine. Have a great day. And so Sabrina, your message is next. Surrender to effortlessness. Did you hear that? Surrender. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So type A personality message through and through. You can't even see your neighbors. Oh, are you guys getting blowing snow? Like we've got a little bit of snow happening right now, but it's like super, super clear sky. Oh, even if it's snowing and windy, I missed that in your other message. Yeah, it's not here. So Miss Cindy, you're next. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So that is the message. So it feels really, really strange to be inside the group with only, so we're in the market. I'm in the market, but I'm only in there with one program or one business. Ooh, holy smokes, Marianne. And so apparently there's a transport over in the ditch. Oh my goodness. Apparently I missed something. But when I woke up this morning, I was working from my bed, so I didn't notice any weather stuff going on. So Marianne, you've got lots to release today. But anyway, I was saying that inside the market group that Cindy and Marianne are responsible for is that I'm only in there with one business instead of 3 or 4, and so it's a completely different change. So it's supposed to get really cold. Yeah, Sheldon said it was supposed to be really mild today, and then it's supposed to be really warm. Surrender to your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And then the next one for you is surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And then your next one is surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. And surrender your desire to control people. Being overly controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieving your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So I'm not sure what it is that's going on in your life right now, but there's lots of just really being able to surrender that control, surrendering to what it is that's happening. So Sharon is next. And it is really, really hard to surrender control, especially when you're just wanting things to go a certain way and you just want things to be okay. It just really makes that difference. And so it's tough. It really is tough. So Sharon, your message is surrender low self-esteem. So you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So that is your message, Sharon, for this week. And so I think I got everybody that was supposed to be on the weekly list, because I'm pretty sure that I have added everyone. But again, hashtag weekly if I didn't pull a card for you, if you want to be added to the weekly list, and I will definitely get your name added to the weekly list. And today I'm actually going to get, because my one sheet is full, I'm going to get it posted. So it's going to be back up on my wall. So that way there, it's not going to get lost in the messiness of my desk sometimes. And so have a great week, everybody, and chat with all of you guys later. And again, Telegram is, if you're wanting to message me, Telegram is definitely the place to connect with me. And so you can connect with me privately or in various groups. So if you are in paid groups, you've already been invited. If you have not yet installed Telegram, at the end of January, all groups are going to be canceled. And so other than this one, so this group is the only one that's still going to be alive and kicking on Facebook. Everything else is going to be done through Telegram from the group perspective. And so really setting my own limits and my own boundaries is one of the things that I've set out to do for myself. And so that is going to be one of them. So so if I'm scrolling on Facebook or commenting on Facebook, it will not be, I may or may not respond to people who are in Messenger, and that might irritate people. However, it's my own personal limits that I am setting so that I am not getting lost in the mundane craziness of Facebook. And when it's work, then it's work. And when it's not, it's not. And so I'm really working on creating that balance. So it's really, really important for me, but it's also really important for clients as well. So shifting is, so if you're on my email list, one of the things that I sent off in an email was shifting in 2022 was one of the things that I had shared, because it's just really important for us to be able to do that. So on that note, I am going to create the link for next week. But if it's not inside the Facebook group, and I'll go ahead and tag all of you guys that are on the weekly list, if it's not in the Facebook group, so that one there will actually have set a reminder. And so the reminder will allow you to be able to get notified when that particular live comes on. And so if it's on the business pages, don't set the reminder for those ones, because then you'll get the notification for this one instead of the ones on the other pages. So anyway, I will, not that I don't want you to follow me on other lives when I'm on the other thing, but just for this one specifically, is that you definitely want to be able to do it inside Catch Me Here so that you can get your message. So I will chat with all of you guys later, and have a fabulous day. Bye for now.